Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chatty Patty from the Black Ramen Podcast. I am and always will be Madam Straw Hat, aka D Celestial Dragon. And of course, I got with me my crewmates.
Hello, hello. Yo, we got no music today. That's okay. We can skip it. I am Sleepy Bree as usual. And we'll probably put the original episode on Patreon, but this is going to be a re-recording because we are dumb. We'll get into that soon.
All right.
I still fully believe the mouse took it. But anyway, what's up, guys? This is Derby, a.k.a. Sexual Chocolate. Let's have a good show.
All right. Can I introduce, like, what exactly happened? Or, Patty, do you want to? Because you're on TikTok.
I'm
going to follow Patty on TikTok.
I'll do the first half, and then I'll do the oops, and you do the clarification. How about
that? Okay.
Because apparently there was an oops in our part, right? So I sat there and did a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. So as you guys know, on TikTok, Instagram, it's been the craze of social media that Disney allegedly bought the rights to the Bleach final arc, right? So we sat here and recorded a whole freaking episode about what this may mean for the anime community, what this may mean for studios, what this may mean for streaming services, allegedly, right? And Bree decided to give me this beautiful message just a couple of hours ago.
From a much-loved TikToker. Oh, what's his name? He's like the black dude that always says a bunch of like really great rhyme stuff, and he's a voice actor.
Weaver. Shout out to Tony Weaver. I love Tony.
That's his name. Oh my God. I love all his stuff. But when he sat there and called me a dumbass today, I'm like, oh shit.
He called me a dumbass? Tony Weaver.
Not me personally. He in general called us and all Bleach fans pretty dumb at the end. Like, he got a good dig in there, and it was fully deserved.
Wait till I see him. You can give me
No, we deserved it. Because here's what happened as a rundown. Again, I'm sorry anyone listening on TikTok can only hear Patty. So a few days ago, we, like many people, heard the news that Disney Plus had won the bidding war against Crunchyroll to get Bleach's 1,000-year blood war. And we, like many people, were a bit taken aback. Like, what the hell? I have seen that Disney Plus does have some anime that they show in other countries, but here in America, the only anime that Disney Plus really has was Summertime Rendering and some of their Star Wars stuff. So yeah, we were kind of taken aback, shocked. So we sat here, we made a whole behind 40-50 minute episode discussing it, what it means for anime, what does it mean for Bleach, should they have done that, should they have not, is it a money grab? And we got into it, guys. It's a really good episode. We'll have that original one up on our Patreon. And then today, in the year of our Lord 2022, 8/15, I saw a TikTok from, you said it was Tony Weaver? I sent it to them. I forget names all the time. So I saw a TikTok warning like, yeah, guys, no, it's fake. Or at least it's not verified. It's not true. So that like pulled me up real short. We try to do some due diligence before we start these episodes because, you know, we're telling you guys facts, we hope. We're telling you guys stuff we know. Let's not call them facts. So I had looked up a few articles to see what was going on, what the news was, and it's all said like, yeah, Disney Plus, blah, 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 blah. What I didn't know and wasn't paying attention to until today was the fact that all this news about Bleach now belonging to Disney, or at least this last saga being streamed through Disney Plus, came from a single tweet from Sugoi Light, at Sugoi Light on Twitter. And pretty much just saying, hey, TV anime Bleach is streaming license has been acquired, not even full sentence, streaming license acquired by Disney Plus. There are no links. There's no ats. They just have a picture of the Bleach and then a picture of Disney Plus. And pretty much every article you see, every mention of it all comes down to this one single tweet. So when you look deeper to say, okay, how much did they get it for? What's the announcement? What's going on? There's nothing, guys. There is no official word confirming this. There is no verification. And people have yet just blown up with this. And we're all now looking around, and I think people are starting to realize and say, okay, they're getting it. I want to say it's, what, like 10 weeks out till it's supposed to broadcast? And no one is really confirming this information. So we all think, oh, yeah, it's coming. And maybe it is. Maybe Sugoi Light got some kind of insider information leak. But as of now, there is absolutely nothing to guarantee that this is even true. So we've all been treating it as fact when we don't have any receipts.
You know what? I think the memes are so funny.
They're great.
The memes when it comes to Disney buying Bleach. I mean, I'm just going through my For You page, just like watching Ichigo doing the thing. We're now watching Disney Channel. And I saw someone put a middle finger up talking about Crunchyroll. I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool. I mean, it's just easy to believe the stuff that's just gossip.
I mean, there's part gossip, but there's part the brawlicness that is the Disney Corporation. It's easy to believe that if Disney wanted, they could. So, like, it's not like a far-fetched idea that, okay, Disney has been kind of putting their toe into the game. Okay,
at least for these Western markets. Because again, Disney in other countries, according to Reddit, does have a few other anime. Like in the Asian servers for Disney Plus, they do have stuff. Obviously, just here, I think they made some grabs, but didn't actually get Mugen Train. They got Summertime Rendering, and they have Star Wars, but that's it. So maybe that was their entry. So we all believed it. But what I'm really surprised about actually is how many people have this as 100% stated fact. When in actuality, we're really running with this unverified information. Even we were confident. The articles were pouring out. If you Google Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, Disney Plus, you will find on the first page of Google 5, 6, 7 articles that are straight up saying, oh, yeah, they got the license. And Disney Plus haven't said shit. Viz Media, who own the global permissions for it, hasn't said shit. So how it would work is Viz Media owns pretty much all of Bleach and its various adaptations, but they don't have a streaming platform, so they would send it out to various bidders. Normally Hulu, which is owned by Disney, Netflix, Crunchyroll, they're always bidding off various anime. They haven't said that Disney Plus won anything. Disney Plus hasn't said that they won anything. So all of this from a single account tweet. Granted, it is a relatively well-known account. People pretty much trust it. But y'all are really going ham off of nothing. We really went ham off of nothing.
Well, there go egg on my face. I should have. I mean, we definitely. I should have just fact checked that real quick. But it just sounds too good to be true. I was just like, damn, it's a war for anime.
Basically, we got excited. We got excited that our lovely anime was finally the popular girl in school, and everyone was fighting over it. That's all that happened.
Whoa! First of all, she's pretty to me. Okay.
Yeah, but we thought she was pretty to everyone. 2 days ago.
I never thought she was pretty to everyone.
If Disney's coming for it, then yes, it is.
I'm not entirely mad at us. We're just three people with a podcast. Who I'm really pissed at is all those articles online, and I swear they changed their articles in the last day, edited out in a few words. Because when I first was looking this up, a day or two ago, when did we record? Sunday or something? No, Saturday. When I was first looking this up before we recorded on Saturday, I didn't see any allegedly. I didn't see any supposedly. I saw, Disney Plus won the bidding war. All of you anime sites that casually have one person who watches a little bit of anime and writes opinion articles for $10, y'all didn't check shit, and that's what I was reading. So yeah, only because I didn't officially go, but I trusted a few articles online. My fault, but still, this just emphasized the need. Check your facts before you start running your mouth. Again, we have a full behind episode. I encourage you to listen to it. It's a great episode. I'm pissed we're going to have to just lock it in our Patreon and not show any because we're so wrong.
Because it's technically misinformation.
It is 100% full information. We were going in, hammering Disney. Disney, why would you do this? Is this your strategy for rolling out anime? This is ridiculous. No, Disney didn't even do nothing. Disney didn't even say nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're just sitting back eating popcorn, so it's fine. I would.
For that. They're wondering why a bunch of people suddenly subscribed.
What?
Thank you.
Exactly. It's the perfect time to subscribe. It's the week after you paid your rent. Come on, it's the second week of the month. I mean, like, come on, it makes sense. It makes sense. So they just sitting there. They're not going to deny it. Why they gonna be like, no, they want all the coins. You've already. I'm taking your money, and I'm like, yo, they laughing it up right now. The Mouse and Mrs. Mouse are just like, look at these niggas. Look at these niggas. They know we ain't got shit. We just got summertime rendering, and that Star Wars shit. They don't know.
But to clarify again, guys, we're not saying it was a lie. We're not saying it's not true. Who knows? Maybe Disney Plus did do it and they're waiting for a big reveal. They're putting together their press releases. And this was just a genuine insider information leak. All we're saying is we have no guaranteed facts. So far, it's at best a rumor. It's a rumor with just nothing substantial behind it. Like, it's good. The stars all align. Hence, a lot of people, us included, fully believed it. Like, yeah, that makes sense. It's shocking, but it makes sense that Disney could.
Yeah.
But we just don't know for sure they did.
A little bit of me kind of wants them to have the rights now because somebody mentioned that means Bleach could end up in Kingdom Hearts. And I want that now, so I'm completely and utterly biased the other direction.
Oh my god, the hollows are literally just heartless.
There you go. Yeah, it just writes itself, really. It works. They already use swords. Right. Like, one Keyblade is now a Bankai. Like, I'm in. I'm so in.
Another thing that was really gonna top us over, like the fact that we had so many concerns. We did, because we didn't know if Disney was going to be able to manage stepping into a field like anime without seeing what they did to summertime rendering kind of left concerns. Not only that, what does it mean for Crunchyroll on top of all that? So we had some concerns because the thing is that we don't mind all these other streaming services to dish out anime, because that means more anime for me to watch. You know what I mean? So it really don't matter. Subscriptions, I can always get somebody password. It's not until I'm fully sponsored. So subscription is not a problem because, you know, we'll pay for it. We'll wait for it. As Bree said, we're not going nowhere. We'll wait for it. This is the time we've all been waiting for as nerds growing up, to have access to all these streaming platforms to just watch our anime. So with that being said, the only problem is that our biggest concern is it going to jail, HBO jail, meaning that it's going to be played in just Japan first for the next couple of weeks or couple of months, depending how long the episodes are, and then released here, right? And then not having it simulcast, meaning not being able to have it dubbed, because we all know there's a lot of anime watchers that don't watch sub. They will wait no matter how long for the dub, which by all means, if that's your preference, that's fine. But what that does for the numbers, it really hurts the numbers. So it's always good when the studio or the streaming platform is able to have simulcasts, to have the dub and have the sub available, because then the ratings go up, because now you're catering to both sub and dub watchers, right? Yeah. Which is the main bread and butter, right? So we did have some concerns. It was a great episode. Like Bree said, again, just go on to the Patreon and watch it. It's only like,
you know what we might want to do? We'll have it on Patreon for like a week or two, and then maybe we'll release it once everyone knows and we've well established that it's nonsense. Because I had fun that episode. I had fun bashing the crap out of the mouse.
Or, you know, if Disney does end up having it, then, you know, we could just drop the episode.
Right.
Then it's just us telling the future.
If we do have it up, I am not responsible for the comments. So I'm just gonna have Bree just comment everybody that responds on that episode. Girl, talking about you happy. You don't comment even on the YouTube channel. So how you gonna comment? But yeah, I mean,
put you in charge of Twitter forever ago. I've seen not one tweet.
But yeah, I'm so glad that this was, well, we still don't know, but I'm hoping that Crunchyroll has this, because yeah, I'm just hoping that Crunchyroll has this, because I'm pretty sure HBO won't know what to do with it. It's like they won't know what to do with it.
Right. And can someone dig deep and see if this is true? That's what I purposely, after hearing a hint that it might be fake, went on a deep hunt trying to find people talking about, like, is it real, is it fake, people who might be bringing up receipts, and no one was even talking about if it's really fake or not. They're all just saying, oh, so Disney Plus has it. Guys, none of your characters, even deep in Reddit, there weren't many people saying, hey, I'm not sure if this is true, I'm not sure if this is verified. People love arguing online, and no one's really figuring it out. So that, again, is just what surprises me most, that no one is calling out this partial information.
It's juicy.
Yeah, and I mean,
even the Twitter post, no one was wondering underneath it. Just people 100% have faith in Sugoi Light, that Twitter site.
People just want to believe what they want to believe. People have believed that this arc was going to drop since like 2-3 years ago, and they ran with it then, and then it didn't happen. And then they ran with it again when they announced it again, and over, here we are. So, you know, the internet wants to believe what the internet wants to believe.
Yeah, but at this point, I just want Crunchyroll to take it just to prove everyone wrong. That's what I want to happen. Like, I'm still assuming that Disney will get it, but I would like it to be Crunchyroll just so everyone has egg on their face.
I just wanted Crunchyroll because they deserve it. They deserve it.
It's funny if HBO Max takes it.
No!
Out of left field! We've been in this anime game. We're branching out to series.
But let's see what happens. Right now, the sky's the limit. We just hyped up Disney to just be like, scratch the head.
Disney pretty much ended up getting the benefit of the same thing the Popeye's chicken sandwich got. Just people ran with it, and they had to do no work for some sweet advertising. So
right, that might even be why they haven't announced anything yet. If they did actually get it, if that is all settled. Nah, y'all guys are doing so much advertising, all the memes.
The sheer amount of people that have now said Disney Plus this week alone. Like, what? Like, no one doesn't know that Disney Plus is a platform now. Like, there's no way in hell.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster for them. So they laughing all the way to the bank with no Bleach. We don't know. We don't know. So it's fine. It's not fine, but just for future reference, people, it's easy to run with the shit that sounds juicy, but always fact check. So we should have fact checked, but you guys
until the official announcement
is Patreon. So you wouldn't know that unless you go to the Patreon. But we knew this whole entire time. So like a
right. If it turns out true, we knew.
We know absolutely.
Yeah, obviously, we just had insider information, and it's great.
So wait, another announcement that I wanted to bring up. Skate the Infinity has just announced a movie and an OVA. I think it's a movie and an OVA, right?
Could have sworn it was season 2. No,
I think it's a movie and an OVA. So they just announced. I don't know.
My friend texted me day of as soon as the announcement dropped. In fact, she sent me to a link to an announcement that was in all Japanese on Twitter by an official site, and then told me to just translate it myself. Like, that's how fresh that take was. And I, as a fan, as many of us, are feeling happy and attacked. Because a lot of the fans of the Skate Infinity community are double fans. One, they're fan of Skate the Infinity. And two, we're fans of Yuri on Ice. Because, you know, those very much overlap.
Mm-hmm.
And so us Yuri on Ice people are still sitting like, this bitch. It's like Skate the Infinity cut line. That's what it feels like a little bit. I'm excited for it, but at the same time, like, okay, since this is still MAPPA, I'm pretty sure both Yuri on Ice and Skate the Infinity are MAPPA. Mm-hmm. Where's Ice Adolescence? Where's the movie you promised us in like 2016, 2017?
Yo, maybe
instead you're doing this. This is what they get. They just got here. They didn't even wait their turn.
Right. Maybe if you were as toxic as the Bleach fans, right, and you know just believed. Every time they announced it, properly believed, you would be getting it this year. Yeah, it's really your own fault.
Freaking year. So one hand, yeah, I'm super excited. I am very, very excited because Skate the Infinity was so much fun. It was great, and I love that stupid toxic couple at the end. Oh my god! I just want more of Hisoka 2.0. I want him to show back up with his skateboard, bash a few other people in the face.
the most ridiculous move ever. But yeah, everywhere I'm seeing it's season 2 has been announced and an OVA.
Okay, so let's hope that it can actually live up to season 1 with that amazing voice actor with his amazing line.
Oh no, they gotta bring the same dub actors back, yeah, without a doubt.
Clearly, but I am worried if it will last a season 2. Maybe because I mean, Free did it. Free was like a great hit, 12-episode sport anime series, and then they kept making more seasons and more movies and more OVOs.
Compared to Free.
It could go the way of Free, just a really successful, slightly flamboyant sport anime.
Well,
or the second season will just be kind of meh. So I don't know. I'm worried. I kind of want them to not touch it and just leave it as that glorious spot in our heart.
Well, let's
I always want more. I always want more.
I don't want them to ruin it.
So
they ruin it, and that's all I need to know.
So there's another piece of news that not so happy, but I just wanted to start off with something happy for Bree, and then we can start off with the disappointment now. So allegedly, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, how you say his name? Yoshihori. The creator of Hunter x Hunter, who allegedly came back and was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to release a couple of chapters for you guys, has just announced that he said, yo, listen, I don't think this is right. This is the right move to do because I can't draw with these health issues that I have, right?
Look.
So, which is understandable, but the problem is that it brought one question that everybody's asking. Why is it that you have to draw it? This is why you have assistants. And it's not like you are a regular mangaka. You are the legend. Let me know, why is it that you're not picking up another artist who can clearly mimic your art style?
Right, and just storyboard it.
Yeah, he can just dictate it, really.
Pretty much, that's what that's what some artists, some mangakas do when they're up there, when they believe that they have a life and shit. Like they have assistants, they have multiple assistants help them finish their panels in order for them to meet deadline, right? So maybe he's just so into his work and like, no, nobody touch my shit. But then I think that's what makes it. That's what your work is suffering because your health is on the line. And then top it off, it's like you're telling people that, hey, I'm coming out with a couple of chapters, and you stopped. And then you say, now maybe this was such a bad idea because I can't even wipe my own ass because of how my health is really that bad. My bones, my spine is gone. I'm like a piece of tissue paper. But yet you're doing all this. This is fans are going to be disappointed, and fans are going to call you out on it, and they're going to call you shit. They're really going to call you shit. You build up this amount of you build up this certain amount of attention with this tweet, right?
Out of nowhere,
just for you to be like, psych, I can't do it. My back.
See, I agree. If you were a fan like myself, you're not disappointed at all. Because I never believed it. I had no chapters in hand. I don't believe shit. There you go.
Yeah, still hard. So, of course, the artist's health comes first. Every time, 10 out of 10. We're not being mad at him for pulling back. The part that's weird is that he specifically came forward and then pulled it back. So, health, no one was mad if they say, yeah, I got to go take 5, take 10, take 20 years for my health. You do what you got to do. Fans will support that. But then, like, don't come out making promises and then pull back. Because they'll support you, but, like, you know, fans also matter. They want to support you. They want to be around. They want to cheer you on. But if you give them certain information, follow through. Or else just don't give that information. Hunter x Hunter fans weren't, well, as far as I know, Hunter x Hunter fans weren't, like, clawing at his front door telling him to pick the pen back up.
No.
For the most part, Hunter x Hunter has been, like, a pretty quiet crew. Like, yeah, we love Hunter x Hunter. We haven't gotten anything in like 10 years. But that's cool. We still love it. The guy is like doing what he's got to do. He's staying healthy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a weird situation.
I mean, like Patty said, like, I don't think he needs to draw it personally, but if it's his baby, I guess, you know, You know, there could be a bit of artistic pride that I just don't understand that he gets. That it's like, no. See, they won't do the shading the way I would do the shading. The eyes won't be right, and I'll always stare at it like an imposter work. And maybe it's just that, and that's fine. It's valid. It's your shit.
Which is weird to me because back in the day, in his earlier career, just starting Hunter x Hunter when he just finished Yu, he literally said that he had backlash because people were making fun of his art, saying that it's not as good as Yu Yu Hakusho, right? And he said in the interview, like, yo, I'm not an artist, I'm a storyteller, right? Which is wild to me that you said this more than 15 years ago, and now all of a sudden you won't let other people touch your shit.
Yeah, but I mean, now it's been 15 years. He is an artist now. Like, he's put in the work that, you know, he's put in his 10,000 hours.
Yeah, but the artwork is still the same from the first issue. But
I mean, haters is gonna hate. Like, his art is fine.
No, I'm not complaining about the art.
No, I know
about what he said. So my thing is like, you said this, right? And then all of a sudden you come out and you never thought about getting other artists. There was rumors that his wife was trying to pick up his art style so she could finish the story as well. And that never happened. I checked that. That never happened. She never did that. She said, psych. Well, I'm just curious. There has to be a reason because I know his editors. I know Shonen Jump is just going to be like, yo, if you need another artist, we got an Uber right now. We're going to send it. We're going to send it to you right now. You don't even have to get out the bed.
Yep, just lay it right there and just tell us what the story is.
Right.
I wonder if there would be behind the scenes pressure then. Like if maybe his editor or Shonen Jump is pushing him saying, hey, we want this to come back. It's the age of reboots. Bring it back right now. And if you don't bring it back, we'll bring someone on to bring it back for you.
It depends on the contract. So if he has the rights to it, just like One Piece can't do anything without Oda. So it depends. If he has the rights to it, which some mangakas don't have, it happens through time. So say for instance that you started a contract with Shonen Jump and you only get like 40% of your shit, right? If you make enough money, you can argue with Shonen Jump and be like, hey, listen, you ain't shit without me. Let me pound my rights and make sure that you can't make another story without me. It really does depend on the contract. Yeah. They can't move without him. They really can't. So I think if he passes away, maybe just like what's going on with Berserk. So Berserk is still going. They just released like 2-3 chapters, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of weeks back. And it's being done by the creator's best friend, allegedly. So they took it upon themselves. It's like, all right, he dead. Let's just continue this because this it's been ongoing. So I think he knows that you're not going to go without him. And then the fans, if he announced that, hey, this is not my shit, do not support it, they're not going to. He has that. Actually,
yeah, that's true.
100%.
Yeah, he has that much. He has that much power. But
want to read some fan fiction for money? No, fan fiction is for free. Everyone knows that.
Of course, and it should stay that way. I'd die on that hill.
No, but that's sad though. That's really sad because it's like Hunter x Hunter is a great story. I would love to see it finish. I would just love to see any type of progress anyway. But
is it even close to finishing though? Like, what is the end of Hunter x Hunter?
Not even.
Yeah, that's like if with One Piece, it starts from the start. He becomes the Pirate King and he finds One Piece. That makes sense. Naruto, it makes sense. He becomes the Hokage. What does it mean for Hunter x Hunter to end?
I assume it's going to become that brolic version of himself, and then the camera just pans away. But he becomes it naturally, just over time.
We need to know who runs what's the organization where he gets his the Hunter badge? I want to dive deep into that. Who started that?
The Hunters?
He might dismantle the Hunter organization.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Start some trouble.
We're fighting for a new president last we checked. I think somebody won. I remember who.
I think we should go dive into that and find out. We still don't know who his mother is, and we still have allegations. Like there's still, allegedly that some strange reason Gon's father got some power or some card that allowed him to have a seed without a woman. And I'm like,
there's been some fun theories.
I'm just like, nah, he look like he's the type of person that gets somebody pregnant and take the baby. He's that grimy. He looks that grimy. He looks like he moved like that.
I mean, it could also be like, you know, a Game of Thrones situation where it's not even his kid. He just found it somewhere. I was like, I know a woman will take care of this.
Nah, I doubt it. His hairline too strong. His hairline's way too strong. That's his kid. He spit him out. That's his kid.
Sure.
And then we still have to figure out what's going on with Killua. We have to figure out what's going on with his family. I feel like there's so many layers to that. Like, I want to know what their fee is, because the way them niggas flied in, it was like throw bombs at the.
Not only that, like, yo, when the money ran out, it was like, well, money ran out. We're leaving.
We was like, they was like, oh, those bombs are great. First, the niggas in the bottom, they were like, oh shit, they here to help us. They said, nah, we can't afford them. They just here to throw the bombs. And that was it. And they flew off. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Are you serious? I want to know. Matter of fact, I just want to know about Killua's father, because he fine. I just want to know about his father. I don't really want to know about his
granddad, actually.
I don't really want to know.
What I want to see is the greatest fight in the entire Hunter x Hunter universe. If Gin meets Hisoka, will they throw down? And would that be an impressive fight?
Like, the way they've hyped up Gin, I feel like Hisoka should lose immediately, but I have no idea.
But would he?
Again, that's just
based or is he such a shitty father? He'll look at that and say, "That's fine."
Wow.
Confrontation, or would he look and say, "That's alright"?
I guess. I mean, I don't think that's what they would ever fight over.
That doesn't make it worse.
No, I agree with you somewhat. That
above Show Tucker in shitty anime dad level.
No. No.
You know what's so crazy about the creator of Hunter x Hunter? I think if we ever got a proper interview with him to really dissect what came into mind with creating some of these characters, we all know some of these characters from Hunter x Hunter is a total duplicate of Yu Yu Hakusho to a certain extent, right? And he has this obsession with green. He loves green or whatever. But there's some characters that he plays with their gender and shit. Like, I want to know what possessed him to do the gender bending and the story of Kurapika. And it's just like all his characters are so like, I've never seen a mangaka touch on topics the way he does, do stuff. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but Killua's younger sister, the one that helped Gon come back to life, that's really a boy. Is that appropriate for me to say that's a boy, even though she's
these days it's weird. It's really hard to tell because that's a manga from the 90s, so we'd have to be putting on.
It's in the manga that that's a boy.
But like saying describing the gender of a character from something that was created in the 90s is really, really hard because we have to map on like current discourse, specifically current Western LGBT discourse, in order to identify these characters. And it's just best to avoid that altogether because it's just too complicated. But I feel like those biologically a boy dressed as a girl characters are still very common in anime. To like, it feels more just like a casual character trope than an actual intentional thing.
For that time?
Yeah.
I didn't really see it too much in when it came to Battle Shonen. Can we call Hunter x Hunter Battle Shonen?
But if you look at even Sailor Moon
Life and stuff, definitely.
But that's magical.
Even in Sailor Moon, though, they had a bunch of like characters with one biological gender but a different presentation.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they married, of course. But that was Magical Girl. You didn't really see stuff like that in Battle Shonen. And not only that,
it's not in Dragon Ball Z. I feel like Dragon Ball Z would have some.
There was one.
Naruto, but not in so much. Like, you see, the difference between Naruto is that when we all found out that she was really a he said it like, "Oh, I'm just beautiful. I'm just a bad bitch. I'm really a dude, but I'm really a bad bitch too." Like, we was like, "Oh, okay, that's fire." But when it came to Hunter x Hunter, we didn't even know that biologically Killua's sisters were really boys unless you read the manga. So I want to know, like I said, you don't really get to see it as much when it comes to Battle Shonen, which I
feel like even in One Piece, there's a few, like the original Bon Clay and all of the Okama Island and pretty much everyone in Impel Down. So I feel like they were just tossed in as kind of like wacky character traits without too much thought.
Yeah, but when we saw this one, this was more serious. When we saw these characters, they were more on Hunter x Hunter, they were more serious.
Killua's little sister is like fully treated as a girl. Like,
yeah, she's treated like a girl. It's not no
it's not like a throwaway joke or nothing. It's like the whole family like accepted her and everything. Like,
room has dolls and all that kind of assortment. And then
I would have to hear from the author if that was on purpose. If he just thought it was like, oh yeah, Skull's little sister, but biologically that was.
But there's two of them. There's actually two of them. When we get introduced to Gon's mother, while she walks towards what's the butler, the black butler that a lot of cosplayers cosplay? Canary. There's a scene where you finally see Killua's mother, right? And she's walking towards Canary, and she's walking with one of her daughters. Come to find out, no, that's biologically it was a boy, because she can't make any. Killua doesn't have any sisters at all. So
I just don't know if it was really treated that seriously. Because I don't know, for me, maybe I don't give enough credit to this author or to like Battle Shonen in general, but I don't feel like they were really delving into gender identity. I think it was just like, yeah, we can only have boys, but I wanted a little girl, so I dressed my son up like a girl. Because I've seen stories like that all the time.
Well, it said with the sister, biological boy that was with the mother, she wanted to get so much attention because everybody knows that Killua was the apple of that family's eye. So she couldn't get the attention from the father. So what she tried to do was get the attention from the mother. So she purposely dressed as a girl and stayed around the mother in order for her to get the love and attention that she wanted. That was stated in the manga. And with Hunter x Hunter, not with Hunter x Hunter, with Yu Yu Hakusho, the character that was displayed as, I guess it was transgender, that Yusuke was fighting.
Yeah.
That was more serious than anything. It wasn't funny. Like, of course, Yusuke said something funny.
I feel like that one was a throwaway joke, because that one was like, I'm not sure, like in Konosuba where they have like the gender equality joke. Like, I'm fully for gender. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's what that was there for. To make Kuwabara squirm and then Yusuke go, nah, I'm fucking everyone up.
Nah, there was this part, a dialogue where he says something like, oh, now that you know that I'm a dude, so you're not going to fight me one-on-one? Like, do you think less of me because I'm a woman? And Yusuke's like, no, I'm still gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kuwabara was like fighting them first.
Yeah, and then, but I didn't think of it as a joke because I felt like that dude, when he confessed his biological gender, he looked like it took a lot out of him to say it. Like now, like the way he was on the floor laying down was like, well, at the same time too, like I could still kick your ass. Don't think less of me because of the fact that I'm a woman. Like that I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I think that he does that a lot in his mangas and he plays with it a lot. Even with Urameshi. That's the dude with the damn it, Yusuke. That dude.
Yeah, no, you're thinking Kuwabara.
Kuwabara has a sister. She plainly dresses not like your average girl, like all the other girls on the anime. She has a full-blown 3-piece colorful ass suit. And her clothes are immaculate. I still want that blazer and that vest. He does not skip. That's the only person that I feel can dress better than Yusuke. The drip on this bitch is amazing. Amazing. I hear Beyonce every time I see him. But yeah, I feel like I would love to have a discussion with him. I feel like we miss out on having like real meaningful discussions with mangakas because we're asking them, well, you know, who helps you, like the basic shit. I want to know what really went into you, and I want you to really be honest. Just be like, oh, I had a shitty day and I met a Karen the other day, so this villain was inspired by a Karen that I met in Walmart. Like, I really want to know, no matter how leisurely or how in depth this character was produced, I want to know. I feel like it's so important for me to actually get to know the character and understand what the character represents and understand the backstory a little bit when I know why the mangaka created them.
Absolutely. Because, you know, the reason behind what the author intended to do matters. Context matters. If someone, like, really did put in those characters specifically because he said, like, oh, I had a friend, or I wear this, so I want to try to include that, that would mean so much, especially if he was doing that, like, 20, 30 years ago when it started, saying, yeah, this is something I acknowledge and want to see. One thing I would love to ask Oda, how he went from doing characters like Bon Clay and Eva to then, like who are the new ones, like Yamato. And who are the two samurai? Why can't I remember their names? But like those, and just like that difference in making kind of trans characters purely as like comedic versus, you know, just actually representing them.
Yeah. And
not making them the butt of a joke. Like, it's all comedy, but still, I want to see, like, did someone put a little light bulb in his head and flipped on the switch?
I think
I don't know. Yeah, understanding why these mangaka do stuff, it really would go far.
Because remember what you said, Brie? You said when it comes to LGBTQ relationships in Japan, it's more like fetishes. Just, we don't want to see you doing this outside. You know, keep what you do.
That's like compared to here, homophobia is like more based in religious stuff. Like, oh, this and that sleeping together is sinful. While in other countries without as heavy of the Christian influence, still a Western Christian influence, it might be more of a not it's a sin according to the Bible, and more that's an inside the bedroom thing.
See, that doesn't that make it more interesting knowing that they're in a country where, you know, holding hands is something that's, you don't do that in the street. You don't kiss in public. You don't do that. And then to go as far as to actually talking about, you know, gender and pronouns, to have that stuff in a famous ass manga, like, and
only if they did it on purpose.
Well, of course they did it on purpose. I don't think it was an accident. I don't think
it would have just been like a funny character trait.
Yeah, you could get it right sometimes by accident, but not consistently.
Nah, I don't think that happened on purpose on Hunter x Hunter or with One Piece or with Yusuke. I don't think so. I think we've seen him. We've seen the creator Sailor Moon do it. The only difference is with Sailor Moon, they censored it out, right? But
only we censored it technically. Over there in Japan, it was not saying they were just cousins. In fact, Sailor Moon is pretty dang gay in its original Japanese form, because our girl Usagi crushes on everyone. The first time she says Sailor Jupiter, she's like, hot. Blush, that chick got it.
I mean, she's only stating the obvious. I mean, come on. I mean, it's only right. But I'm just saying, like, I think it's time for us to have meaningful conversations when it comes to mangakas. So if anybody's listening, if you get access to talking to mangakas and having interviews, talk about UViz and Crunchyroll, because y'all like to pop up in Shonen Pump Studios and be like, hey, what's up? We want to talk to one of y'all motherfuckers over here. So I'm just saying, and any YouTuber that lives in Japan that has access to talking to mangakas, if you have any mangaka that is doing a whole bunch of stuff with their characters as far as gender bending or just doing outside shit that's not considered the norm in our society, ask the right appropriate questions that we want to know. Like, who, why, what possessed you to make this? Like, come on, you did this and you slept on the 7th day, but what you did on day 5? Like, how you did that? Like,
or if you are the writer, artist, whatever. One thing I personally always read them, I love them, is like at the end of a volume where the author has an afterward and they just describe what they were thinking when they make this.
Oh, stuff. I love those.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, here's where this idea came from. Like, I was at the grocery store and this happened. Yep.
Bring that back. And you know
you're
what?
Already doing it, keep doing it.
And if you don't, and here's the thing: no matter how ridiculous it is, I don't care. As long as this is what really happened, like you fell asleep and then you just fell and rolled over, like I got an idea for a character. Like I don't really care. Just as long as you tell me how you did it. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Like, yeah, like I even enjoyed if you added to the anime, like that fucking hot spring anime. I love the ending part where she just visits random hot springs. I was like, all right, here's where I'm getting this idea. I'm gonna use that. I'm like, yeah, give me more of that always.
So do I have any? Yeah, that's it. That's all that I have for the news. Any final words? Anything you guys wanted to touch before we just head out?
No, just a reminder, check your facts. According to Derby, Disney's going to get it for sure. I said
the mouse too strong.
We will try to be more careful with the information we give so that we don't have a goof like this. Like, luckily, we caught this in time, but yeah, we'll try not to like send you a bunch of BS. We will try to the best of our ability, but don't take our word 100%. We're just like 3 people with microphones.
Pretty much. That's not misogynistic. I'm gonna tell you right there. I will never talk like Andrew Tate. I will never have Andrew Tate on this show. So you can count on
really? You sure? You don't want to yell at him for like an hour?
I would
feel
never.
Like you would.
Nah, I would never. Not a waste of. It's a waste of time. But yeah. So another way for you preventing us from getting another way for you to help us to make sure that we check our shit and really, really fact check. You know what helps? Ladies and gentlemen, Black Ramen has a Patreon. Any dollar, any penny counts. With your help, you can give us the type of coin that we need to take the time out to really research. Because at the end of the day, we're just here to vent and talk about our favorite shit. That's it. We never said we was a reliable source. I never said it. I said after
also, feel free to call us out. Call us out in the comments if you say like, yeah, you said this wrong.
But respectfully, okay. No, don't say wrong. I will block you.
Incorrect.
Respectfully.
Less than plausible. Somewhat inaccurate.
Respectfully, as always, and we'll respect you back. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Black Ramen Podcast. Like I said, the great episode that we recorded on Saturday before we got this information is definitely on our Patreon. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and IG. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. If you're listening to this on Spotify, if you're listening to us on Apple and all our 7 different podcast streaming services, thank you. And we're out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.